Hey there, meteorologist Jamie Singleton. This is the 7 o'clock or the 7:06 p.m. Sunday update, right before I call it a day and head to bed, so I can get plenty of sleep in time for midnight tonight when I will be waking back up. And that's what time I'm going to start my day tomorrow, about 12:01 in the morning. So giving you the latest update here, we do have a soaking rain across the area right now. Let me show you the overall radar picture. Numerous tornado warnings continue in effect. Tornado emergencies continue in effect to our south, but it's a big swath of rain right now. One thing I was just telling your Instagram folks during the countdown here is that the rain is so far ahead. Some of these storms are jetting out so far ahead of the storm system. You almost have to wonder if there's going to be a second line that forms that the models may not be picking up on. The other possibility is this rain comes through tonight and sets up a little miniature wedge of cooler air, and then as we go through the early morning hours of tomorrow, we have a boundary to work with as the redevelopment of the storms comes into play. So lots of different possibilities. We're still not sure about storm structure. What I mean by that is when they get here, will it be just a line embedded within rain and some straight line winds with some spinning embedded with that, or are we going to have discrete supercells in which we'd have the rain clear and then we'd have individual storms pop up? Both are still on the table, I think. It may be a little bit of both, actually, to be honest with you. We'll wait and see. But right now over the area, it's raining just about everywhere. Pretty moderate rain from Franklin County and the Danville. Got some heavier rain in central Virginia, and that's going to be picking up tonight as you move your way through Kentucky and Tennessee. You can see some lightning still occurring here out around Knoxville and just to the east of Nashville. We'll tilt it a little bit so you can see some of the lightning there. Also into around the Atlanta area. But right now it's just showers, nothing severe. Out in advance of the system. I was a little worried about maybe some stronger storms about this time, but it's not going to happen just yet. It's going to wait till this big old mess here arrives. So we've got lots on the map here. Let me zoom you back in. Birmingham has had a long-tracked tornado or severe thunderstorm that's moved through. Lots of wind damage reports there. Everywhere you see that icon, that's a wind damage report. Every time the screen glows, that is a current lightning strike within the past 15 seconds Currently, a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings near Gadsden in Alabama, and that storm's moving on off toward the Georgia area. So there may be another tornado watch during the night. And I do expect that by tomorrow morning, we are going to probably have either a severe thunderstorm or a tornado watch in effect. So look for that post automatically to my page and to my Twitter feed as I'm sleeping later on tonight. At least I'm going to try to sleep. It's kind of hard to, but when you know something's coming for the day tomorrow. All right, Jackson, Mississippi, we've had a couple of tornado emergencies here. I'm going around Hattiesburg right now. Right now, Meridian's getting hit pretty hard. There's 2 tornado warnings, one north of Meridian and one southwest of Meridian. But there are reports of tornadoes here. Let me see if I can get into the comments of these local storm reports. This is my GR Earth view. You can see the rain. And then the pink areas that show up on GR Earth denote where these are not only tornado warnings, they are confirmed tornado warnings. So there's one north of Birmingham that's confirmed. The other one around Meridian is also confirmed. And there are other storms and flash flooding events and severe thunderstorm warnings that are coming out for straight line winds in this area. But I'm going to read the storm report here. We've got already a fatality. The sheriff's office reported 1 fatality in northern Whitehall County, numerous injuries, many homes are flattened. That is in Walthall, Mississippi. This will continue to update as more information comes in. That's horrible. That was just east of Macomb and west of Columbia. So we've had another town get ripped apart and has killed 1 person already from this outbreak. So that gives you an idea of the seriousness around, and I'll try to get some information and some pictures from that area before I head to bed tonight. But all of this, again, is going to be coming our way for the day tomorrow. I'm going to go over some model data real quickly with you here. This is the HRRR. Let me see if I can get the latest run of it up here. And it's about 66% finished. So this is Virginia. Our wind's coming in out of the southeast tonight, and that gives us that good direction for tilting and turning. Now, as we go to around midnight, again, the rain's going to start to pick up. We'll see some heavier pockets in here as well. A lot of us will see just steady rain, but some squalls will develop. Higher wind will mix down to the ground at times, especially after about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm still looking at that hour for when things will really start to ramp up, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and then from 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the morning. Looks like the HRRR model may be speeding us up a little bit. This is, let's see, this is 6 in the morning that you're looking at here. And it's got general rain with some embedded rotating cells in here. And that's kind of been the description of these storms to our south so far today. Very little in the way of discrete storms. These are rain wrapped, and they are kind of hard to detect there. But if you just go to some of the tornadic parameters, you can see they're still very high. If I show you the significant tornado parameter, you can see that the rotation continues in that area. It's a little bit lower on this particular run. This particular model is a little bit lower in general, but we still have it coming into the area again between 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And then it really explodes here on the HRRR model anyway, which is more of a near-term model. This is getting at the 18-hour scales, getting out a little far for the HRRR, but still indicating very high values from Lynchburg to Appomattox in the south side. Now, again, this coincides with the NAM, which is a little more aggressive in bringing in that heavy rain and those strong rotating thunderstorms, which are showing up here north of Roanoke and Botetourt County tomorrow. And I mentioned these specific counties, but there's absolutely no way you can be finite about which towns and counties are going to see a storm, other than to say that the storms that form are going to be able to tap into this. And this is the significant tornado parameter, which creeps into south side, and this is kind of similar looking to me. Let's see, this goes up to 8 a.m. It's highest in Henry County and Danville, up to about Chatham at 8 a.m. tomorrow, and then from that point it goes up through Rocky Mount, Smith Mountain Lake. By 10 o'clock in the morning, it's up through Lynchburg and Farmville. These higher values remain around 8.3 near Stoneville, Eden. Reedsville, that area. Then you go into Farmville and Richmond, South Hill by around lunchtime, late morning into lunchtime. It's going to be moving through real fast. I am a little concerned that there may be a boundary that's showing up here. I kind of see something right there. Wherever there is a boundary, there's rotation right along that boundary that has always produced our most violent tornadoes here. There's usually a third boundary or something that lays across the area. I'm seeing evidence of that for early tomorrow morning. So that's kind of a quick update. It moves into DC, even DC around lunchtime tomorrow, Richmond down to Tidewater, and then it begins to clear on out. So everything is still looking on track. Total precip is going to be between 1 and 4 inches. Isolated amounts in here are showing up at over 5 to 7 inches right along the parkway. That may be a little overdone, but it is looking like a very wet night. As you can see right now, the whole radar is full here from Franklin County all the way through Greenbrier County, West Virginia, Raleigh County, West Virginia, and down through the North Carolina counties, Surrey, Stokes, Rockingham County. It's raining, just a general rain right now. And if we get that scenario tonight, that could play out to, again, create a cool pool of air that could interact with the storms coming in from the south. So any interaction like that would enhance our tornadic potential. The yellow winds are coming in from the south and southeast around big area of low pressure system that, again, is going to start moving more north with time now. And so it's going to bring this fetch of higher dew points into the area, moist air, unstable air. And I'll show you the dew points real quick here off the NAM. They jump up tonight and we start to get very unstable. I'm going to put the 850 millibar dew points on here because that shows the wind as well, and that will show you the length of the arrow corresponds to the wind. And look at the wind increasing there. The red arrows really increase, and that really high moisture content helps to generate what we call low lifted condensation levels, which means we don't need a lot to get a tornado to spin up there. So watching this again from 2 a.m. to about, I'd say maybe 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and then after 9 o'clock, Lynchburg and east to eastern Virginia, probably by noon to the early afternoon hours at the very latest. So it'll be a quick developing situation, maybe calm and just rainy for a good part of the night, and then at 2 o'clock in the morning, things could go gangbusters really fast. So I'm going to be getting to bed right now. End this update for you. I'll have another one coming up when I wake up tomorrow or later tonight in the real world, and I'll be on the streaming, and I'm going to keep that YouTube stream going, I think, as long as I can, as long as I have the bandwidth to do it here at the TV station. So that's the latest for right now. Stay safe, everybody.